Halloween, also known as Halloween, All Hallows Eve, or All Saints' Eve, is a celebration observed in many countries on 31st of October, the eve of the Western Christian feast of All Hallows Day. It begins the 3-day observance of Allhallowtide, the time in the liturgical year dedicated to remembering the dead, including saints, also known as hallows, martyrs, and all the faithfully departed. Yet, this isn't what we were told when we were kids, right? Wasn't Halloween supposed to be a fun event where children dress up in scary costumes to ward off evil spirits and receive rewards in the form of sweets? Well, if it isn't, would you like to know more about this iconic celebration? With the spookiest and the most widest celebrated day coming up soon, we thought it'd be nice to share the top 6 facts about Halloween you don't know about. Let's go! Number 6. Halloween costumes. Back then, these pieces of fabric weren't just for show. Halloween likely originated from the Celtic pagan celebration known as Samhain. During Samhain, the superstitious people of this period believed that the recently deceased would come back as spirits to roam the earth during the All Hallows Eve. Believing that these spirits would bring their fellow bodies, the locals would dress up in scary costumes as an attempt to keep any malevolent ghosts at bay. In those days, it wasn't like you could just go online to Halloween Express and order up a great costume to get the job done. Thus, cowhides, animal skins, and handcrafted masks were the rudimentary costumes they used. Oh, so that's the story we were given when we were little. It all makes perfect sense now. Number 5. Jack-o'-lantern comes from the Irish legend of Stingy Jack. Yes, there are tales that tell of Stingy Jack who invited the devil to enjoy a drink with him, but he didn't pay for the drink, so he convinced the devil to turn him into a coin. I guess you could say he cashed out on his luck with this trick. Instead of buying the drink, he pocketed the coin and kept it close to a silver across his house, preventing the devil from taking shape again. He promised to let the devil go as long as he would leave Jack alone for a year, and that if Jack died, the devil wouldn't claim his soul. After a year, Jack tricked the devil again to leave him alone and not claim his soul. When Jack died, God didn't want a conniving person in heaven, and the devil, true to his word, would not allow him into hell. He was sent out into the night where he only had a burning piece of coal to light the dark path. He placed the coal inside a carved out turnip and has been roaming the earth ever since. People in Ireland and Scotland began creating their own creations of Jack's lanterns out of turnips, beets, and potatoes. The tradition traveled to the United States along with the immigrants, and people began to use pumpkins, native to North America, for the lanterns instead. Number 4. Adults do celebrate Halloween. It is usually stereotyped that little kids and teenagers celebrate Halloween, but when was the last time you heard Aunt Jemima decidedly rock up her favourite costume to get some candy? 2 out of 3 adults will participate in some form of Halloween celebrating, whether it is by attending a party, dressing up in a costume for work, or even attending a haunted attraction. Halloween has definitely gone a long way beyond trick-or-treating when it comes to having a great time, and you don't have to be a kid in order to have fun. Adults also really like Halloween because in addition to all the parties and other fanfare, Halloween can be celebrated without any relatives involved, and you definitely don't have to have a date to have fun. The very best part about Halloween is that you can dress up as whatever you want. Number 3. Halloween folklore filled with superstition. Folklore about Halloween in Old English seems to bring fright into the light. You heard us. Superstition and fortune were one of the big themes that Halloween folklore had been centered around. From bobbing for apples, not looking behind you, or seeing black cats, you better be careful and look twice as much before crossing the road now. In fact, one folklore had said if an unmarried person walks down the stairs backwards at midnight while holding a mirror, the face that appears in the mirror will be their next lover. Turns out, people back then did believe in these traditions and would often do the bobbing apples to see who was next in line to get married. Apple peels were thrown behind shoulders in attempts to make out the initials of their future lover. Thankfully, these traditions have died out. Number 2. Halloween is the second largest commercial holiday in the country. The total amount spent by consumers across the globe was $9 billion according to the National Retail Federation, also known as NRF. Think about it. That is a lot of candy and costumes. It has been found that Americans spend on average $86.27 on Halloween. This includes decorations, candy, costumes, and cards. Compared to Christmas, it was found that Americans spent an average of $1,048 last year. Isn't that insane? I remember they would chop down the Christmas trees. Hey, let's reuse the one we chopped down 5 years ago. This is just a joke. Before we get down to the most shocking fact, here are a list of honorable mentions. The White House is actually haunted. The world's largest pumpkin weighed in at 1,872 pounds. The number one choice of candy is Snickers, followed by Reese's, Kit Kats, and M&M's. Number 1. Full moons for Halloween. Did you know that full moons for Halloween are extremely rare? The last time this was sighted was on October 31st, 2001, and before then in 1955. The next one won't occur until 2039. In fact, the 31st century will only see 6 full moons on October 31st. That is, 2001, 2020, 2039, 2058, 2077, and 2096. So be glad, although you may not celebrate Halloween, this is a perfect chance to witness a rare occurring event. That's all we have this time around. What did you not expect from our list about Halloween? Was there something else we could have included? Let us know down in the comments below. Remember, if you enjoyed the video, smash the like button and subscribe for more daily content. Don't forget to ring the bell to receive notifications of when a new video releases. This has been Music Chess with Halloween Facts, signing out.